Greetings to everyone out there in the No DQ galaxy. Welcome to the No DQ live recap of SmackDown for, I should remember this date because it is my birthday, November 22nd, 2019. Survivor Series is this coming Sunday. This was the first of 4 nights of WWE action in Chicago. And spoiler alert, we had CM Punk chants on this show. Looks like that will be a sign of things to come. I'm guessing we will not hear CM Punk chants at NXT TakeOver, but Survivor Series and Raw especially, I think you better brace yourselves. Like winter coming, CM Punk chants are in fact coming. Let's talk about SmackDown. We kicked off the show with the SmackDown talent backstage. Team Roman Reigns or Team Baron Corbin, depending on which guy you support. The SmackDown Survivor Series team came out there to give a pep talk to the rest of the locker room. Roman Reigns was like, you know what? We're going to open the door. We're going to allow NXT and Raw to show up. No surprises, no sneak attacks. Let's do it face to face. Baron Corbin responded by saying that this is a terrible idea. Roman Reigns was like, says the guy who wears a crown on his head. Then Sasha Banks walked up and said that they are not going to wait. They are going to take care of business right now. And that led to Sasha's team for Survivor Series coming out. Sasha cut a promo saying that this is our ring and this is our show. Nobody is going to jump us from behind. Sasha then invited Raw to come out and fight them right there, right now. Ken terminated by Google with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Ken. He says, I know you don't like it when we change the subject, but happy birthday to Aaron, mother effin' Rift. This is my apology if you thought I was a troll, LOL. Well, I never thought you were a troll, Ken. I mean, there are some trolls in the No DQ galaxy, but I never thought you were one. I always thought that you were one of the good ones, Ken. Anyways, we had Charlotte come out with her Survivor Series tag team, and Charlotte challenged Sasha to a one-on-one match, and that led to Rhea Ripley coming out with what I believe is her Survivor Series team, although the announcers were talking about how NXT wants to keep their Survivor Series team a secret, although that could have been a reference to the men's Survivor Series team. We had Rhea Ripley come out with Mia Yim, Candice LeRae, Toni Storm, and Rhea said, let's make this match a triple threat between the team captains. Rhea Ripley got her wish. There was a big fight that broke out, and when we came back from the commercial, we had the triple threat match, and the other women were out there basically as unofficial lumberjacks. Tegan Nox was the 5th person out there with Rhea Ripley's team. This was a pretty good match here. I love the finish of this match. So Charlotte hit a moonsault onto Rhea and Sasha. There was some dissension between Sasha and Nikki Cross when Charlotte had shoved Sasha into Nikki on the outside of the ring. Back in the ring, I think Charlotte got busted open, maybe from the moonsault, I'm not sure, but she was bleeding, and then Charlotte put the figure 8 onto Sasha, and Rhea slid into the ring and went under Charlotte and pinned her, countering the figure 8. I thought that this was a great finish. Rhea Ripley scored the victory over Charlotte Flair, and then Sasha and Charlotte went at it after the match, and there was another brawl that broke out between Raw and SmackDown as Team NXT went up to the ramp. Crowd was chanting NXT. Good way to start the show. I thought that this was very well done. Now, with that being said, I am doubling down on my predictions. If you guys have not seen the video, go check out the No DQ predictions video. I'm doubling down on SmackDown winning this match. No way Charlotte loses back-to-back shows. I just don't buy it. I think Team SmackDown for the women's match, they're going over on Sunday. Moving on here, we had Baron Corbin backstage talking to Rudolph, and they were talking about strategy for the main event, and that's when Sami Zayn showed up with a bag. He talked about how Baron Corbin should take a look at him, and Baron Corbin referred to him as annoying, and that's when Sami Zayn came out for a promo. But before that, we had Bayley interviewed, and she talked about how Shayna Baszler is too impulsive for her own good. And Bayley also mentioned that classic line that I just love, the head on a swivel, which I know is WWE speak, and I'm just not a fan of that line. I want to see AEW have somebody cut a promo about a head on a swivel, just saying. Anyways, Sami Zayn came out for his promo. He took a shot at Baron Corbin. He said Baron Corbin is afraid of him, and he's also afraid of Shinsuke Nakamura. He said he's not annoying. As a matter of fact, Sami Zayn said he is a stud. That is the only word that can describe him. And he said that Shinsuke Nakamura is also a stud. And then Sami Zayn proceeded to reveal what was inside the bag, which was the brand new Intercontinental Championship. Finally, after all these years, no more classic IC Championship. Now, I thought the new design was pretty cool. I'm sad to see the classic IC title design go, but they came up with something nice for the new title design. Some people thought it looked like the AEW World Championship. What did you guys think about the new design? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Kev Dog says it looks cool. And the game is on 100 with a $2 super chat. Thank you for that. He says, IC title looks good. Barney Grumble voice. I like it. Ken Terminated by Google with a thumbs up. Mick says really cool belt. And Michael Wayne says awesome belt. Dr. Scorpio was less impressed. Said it looks all right. Then Sami Zayn is like, who is this third guy in the triple threat match on Sunday? Of course, it's AJ Styles, Shin, and Roderick Strong. That was the cue for Undisputed Era to come out. Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura quickly took a powder. And then Adam Cole cut a promo saying, my name is Adam Cole, baby, and introduced Roderick Strong. And they said that they would wipe the floor with Raw and SmackDown at Survivor Series. That's when we had New Day come out. Kofi Kingston made a challenge for an 8-man tag team match. And they brought out Heavy Machinery as their partners. We had the 8-man match. Big E and Otis teased a little bit of dissension during the match. And then Adam Cole ended up hitting the super kick to Tucker, followed by Strong doing the running knee, pinning Tucker to score the victory. Big win for Undisputed Era heading into this Sunday's Survivor Series pay-per-view. We had Undisputed Era walk up to the staging area, and that's when all of a sudden, or I should say Roderick Strong by himself was up on the stage to confront Shinsuke Nakamura. And that's when, out of nowhere, phenomenal forearm out of nowhere, just like the RKO, AJ Styles shows up. There's a fight between the three competitors, and then Sami Zayn uses the steel chair to AJ and Roderick Strong, and then him and Nakamura head for higher ground. After the commercial break, we had AJ Styles cut a promo with the OC. AJ said he's going to stay right there to show everyone that he's the best thing going today. And that's when we got our first CM Punk chance of the evening. AJ Styles actually acknowledged the chance, saying that he would wipe the floor with CM Punk. And then he also added that he will get his revenge on Nakamura, Sami Zayn, and Roderick Strong, and told Roderick Strong to enjoy his 15 minutes of fame. Then we had Daniel Bryan come out to summon Bray Wyatt. Bryan had a video package shown to explain why he's summoning Bray Wyatt. Bryan said that Bray could come down, they could just talk things out. They could resolve their issues. They could clear the air. They could also fight right there in the ring. Whatever Bray wants to do, just come on down. But instead of Bray Wyatt coming out, we had The Miz coming out. Miz cut a promo on Bryan saying, unlike Bryan, he is a professional, and Daniel Bryan disrespected him last week on the Miz TV show. But guess what? This week, Miz is dressed for combat, and Miz said Bryan is weak, and he cannot wait for Bray Wyatt to tear him apart at Survivor Series. Miz said that he tried to slap some sense into Bryan back in the day when Miz was Bryan's mentor on NXT. But now he's just going to do part of that, and he proceeded to slap Bryan. That led to a match between Bryan and The Miz. And at the finish of the match, Bryan was teasing he was going to do the yes chant, but then all of a sudden Bray Wyatt showed up for real. Lights went out, and Bray replaced The Miz, who was lying in the corner, and Bray Wyatt got the mandible claw on Daniel Bryan, and this was the final build-up for Sunday. Even though we saw Bray get the last laugh, I still think it's a safe bet that Bryan's losing to The Fiend at Survivor Series. Again, make sure you check out the No DQ predictions video for that. Then we had Shayna Baszler come out and say that Bayley's been doing the sneak attacks, and she's calling out Bayley to confront her face to face. Bayley jumped Shayna from behind just like she did on NXT, and Shayna started to fight back. Bayley tried to retreat, and eventually Bayley ended up getting the best of Shayna. And as Bayley was heading to the back, Shayna got up and gave Bayley the death stare. So we'll see what happens on Sunday, but I'm still going with Becky to prevail in this one. I'm sticking with my prediction. I just feel like Becky's one of the top stars in the company, and I don't see her taking the L in this match. I think it'll be Becky beating Bayley to pick up the victory. And Mike B wants to know if I think John Morrison will re-debut on Sunday. He could re-debut it on Saturday at the TakeOver event. He could be the fourth guy on Team Ciampa. I could definitely see Morrison showing up as a surprise. I mean, would definitely be a good opportunity for him to come back, that's for sure. And then we had the main event match. We had the six-man. We had Roman Reigns, Ali, who is once again Mustafa Ali, and Shorty G versus Baron Corbin and Rudolph, Robert Roode, and Dolph Ziggler. Ali got a big pop in his hometown of Chicago. And you know what that means, folks? What that means is the hometown boy loses. So during this match, Shorty G got taken out when Baron Corbin and Robert Roode worked together to slam Gable onto the announce table. And then after the commercial break, Baron Corbin pinned Ali, not with the end of days, but the deep six. Sucks to be Ali. He got pinned in his hometown, and he did not even lose to Baron Corbin's primary finisher. He lost to the deep six, which, to my knowledge, is like Sami Zayn's Blue Thunder Bomb. It never beat anybody. And yeah, don't know what's up with that, but it is what it is. So after the match, Baron Corbin was going to use the scepter on Ali, and that's when Roman Reigns came in, hit the spear, and then we had Seth Rollins' music hit. Rollins brought out the entire Raw roster. They came down through the crowd like the Shield used to do. Seth Rollins got into the ring to confront Roman Reigns, and that's when, once again, we got CM Punk chants. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in there to set up the big final angle for Survivor Series, and the crowd is chanting CM Punk. Gonna be a fun night on Sunday. We had a big fight break out, and the Raw guys got in the ring. That's when Braun Strowman and the SmackDown guys came out to make the save. Braun Strowman was bum rushing everybody. Crowd started chanting NXT. And just like that, pretty much on cue, we had a throwback to 1998 when the DX Army truck came down the ramp in the backstage area to get into the building, just like when DX tried to get into the building on that episode of WCW Nitro at the Norfolk Scope. We had Shawn Michaels, Triple H, with the NXT roster and the Army truck coming into the building. And they came out. The brawl continued with pretty much everybody. And we had a confrontation between Keith Lee and Braun Strowman. And again, Keith Lee is an absolute beast. Going to be a big star one day on the main roster. A couple guys like Heath Slater got into the ring and got bum rushed for their trouble. And we ended the show with a stare down between Strowman and Keith Lee. They started fighting, and then a whole bunch of people came in to break up the fight. Final go-home moment. I thought the show was really well done. I thought it was a very good SmackDown. I'm glad that they did not put on a piss-poor show on my birthday. I was very happy about that. Very enjoyable show from start to finish. Good build-up. I love the ending. I love the DX truck, using that to get some buzz for Sunday. And the big brawl at the end was well done. Like the stuff with the women to set up the matches. All the big matches got some good build-up. So yeah, this was what a good go-home show is supposed to do. You want to build up all the matches and hit everything home and get people excited for the pay-per-view. Mission accomplished. DeQuincy Sims with a $2 super chat says, will WWE ever see AEW as true competition? Well, I'm sure WWE will always refer to AEW's competition just like everything else on TV. That's the go-to answer. You always have Triple H and Vince always saying everything on television is competition. So yeah, in that regard, they will address AEW as competition to some degree. And happy birthday to Anthony, whose birthday is also November 22nd. And not sure if he's watching or not, but shout out to Brett Buchanan, whose birthday is also today. All right, so let's do the letter grade for tonight's SmackDown. I thought it was really good. I'm going to give it a B+. Very good go-home show for Sunday. Kev Dog gives it an A-. Supernamic 2121 with a B-. Michael Wayne with a B+. Mike B with an A-. Dr. Scorpio B-. Joseph with a C-. And AJAT 800 with a B+. And Bradley with a C+. Calvin Bowman with a B+. My man Ken terminated by Google with a $10 super chat. Thank you for that, Ken. He says, sorry, Rift, this Sunday I have a feeling that you are going to give a free shirt to someone, hopefully me. Ray is going to win the title circa No Way Out 2004. What do you think, birthday boy? Highly unlikely in all likelihood. But you're right. If Ray does win the title by some miracle, then I will be giving away a free NoDQ.com t-shirt. Now, if you would like to buy a t-shirt, and this goes to anybody out there, head over to NoDQ.com/merch and use the code NoDQBlack. That is the Black Friday sale. This is NoDQ.com/merch, the Teespring store. You can get 25% off your order using the code NoDQBlack. Pick up a shirt, pick up a hoodie, pick up a cup, a mug, posters, wall tapestries, all sorts of things. NoDQ.com/merch. And thank you very much for that, Ken. Toni Braden with a $10 super chat. Thank you very much for that, Tony. I'm like just stuttering here. He says, happy birthday, Aaron. Here's to you. We'll be attending NXT War Games tomorrow. We'll have a great time, Tony. Should be a fun show. The NXT takeover I went to in Chicago last year was a blast. Chicago crowd always brings it. And you know WWE with the NXT brand will always bring it. Going to be an amazing show. I also went to takeover in Los Angeles last year, which was great as well. So you're pretty much guaranteed to have a great time at takeover. And it's still it still boggles my mind that those shows do not sell out because they're awesome. They're so much fun. I've been to 3 TakeOver pay-per-views in person, and they're always great. It's like a guarantee that you're going to get your money's worth. So I don't know how people don't buy more tickets to these events. The NXT shows, like they almost never sell out except for like WrestleMania weekend. I guess it's just a sign that NXT hasn't really branched out to the mainstream and it attracts a niche audience. But man, I mean, if you're a wrestling fan and you want to get value for your ticket, go to NXT. I mean, I cannot stress that enough. The shows are always great. I was never disappointed with an NXT show that I went to in person. Even the non-televised events are really solid. Jason Black with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that, Jason. He says, happy birthday, Aaron. First time since 2002. I'm excited for Survivor Series. Why do I get the feeling I'm being too optimistic? Well, probably because you feel that in the end, Raw's going to likely squash SmackDown and NXT, which, you know, I am predicting to happen. I feel like Raw's going to win most of the matches. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe I am, but I think for my predictions, I went with Raw winning everything except for the men's elimination match, which I'm going with SmackDown, and then NXT will win that mid-card title triple threat. Roderick Strong will beat Nakamura to win that match for NXT. I feel like NXT will win one match on the card, but I think Vince is going to fight for Raw to win everything else. SmackDown, you got the big dog. It's hard to bet against Roman Reigns. And Roman just lost to Baron Corbin a few weeks ago. Roman never loses 2 big matches in a short period of time. And Caleb Jacob says, happy birthday, Aaron. My mom's cat has passed away tonight. Sorry to hear that, Caleb. That always breaks my heart. Cats are great. Love them. Sorry to hear that. And Mike Nixon says, can I call in and sing to the birthday boy? I appreciate that, Mike, but I don't want to hear any singing tonight. And I just want to say sorry for your loss, Caleb. Yeah, that really sucks. But I appreciate offering it, Mike Nixon. But yeah, I don't want to do any singing tonight. The singing, it was enough last year when I tried to do it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding the Survivor Series pay-per-view, NXT TakeOver. Very busy week. I will be live streaming tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll have Caitlin and Aaron on as well for tomorrow night's live stream and the Survivor Series live stream. So you guys want the ladies of No DQ to join me. They should be on tomorrow night and Sunday night. Ken Terminated by Google with a $5 super chat says, by looking at your shirt, I didn't know you were a video game mark. What's your favorite game you are playing right now? I bet it's WCW Backstage Assault. Well, believe it or not, and this is off topic here, I have not played the new Mario Maker. I'm hoping that will be a late birthday present from somebody. But yeah, I have not played that game. Actually, Caitlin and I have been playing the Mario Party, the Super Mario Party on the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, I really want to play Mario Maker 2. I'm very anxious to get into that. And still haven't played the Nintendo Switch Smash Brothers. I've been way behind with the Nintendo games. But yeah, Link to the Past, one of my all-time favorites. So saw it at Target, had to pick up that shirt. All right, guys, I will be signing off for tonight. Thank you all again for watching and tuning in. And follow me at Aaron Rift and at NoDQ, DOTCOM, on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time.